tonight in the heart of the hailstorm that lashed the southeast.
Suburbs battered, houses damaged, and a man survives a lightning strike.
11 members of one family killed in relentless attacks on Gaza and Israel.
And exclusive, a deadly new strain of bug in Queensland hospitals.
This is 7 News with Rod Young and Kay McGrath.
Good evening. The last in a series of supercell storms has caused widespread damage across Brisbane. The western suburbs were battered by large hail, while a man was struck by lightning at Jimboomba. The Weather Bureau issued numerous warnings, but it'll conduct a review into why it didn't, leading up to Saturday's storm.
This was last night's supercell over Boona as it headed towards Brisbane. Dark, swirling clouds with a white core.
That is definitely hail in there.
They weren't wrong.
Oh my God, here we go, golf balls.
They got even bigger. Up to 9 centimetres in diameter, the car was pounded. The storm then turned its attention to Ipswich before swallowing Brisbane. This was Westlake.
Average was a golf ball. You can see them, whatever they break, they hit, they break something.
Kenmore, New Farm, and under the Story Bridge. The Jindalee golf course was iced with white. An open-air concert at the River Stage had to be evacuated.
You could look over your head and you could see this massive storm coming in. It was like green and it was lightning, and then all of a sudden the hail started and they're like, guys, start moving out. And we had to get going.
Half an hour later, the show resumed.
Send out a special regards to all the people endangering themselves against the element.
Gumboots replaced dancing shoes. Arthur Patterson's experience wasn't so easy to forget. He'd been cleaning his trail bike with a high-pressure hose at Jimboomba when lightning struck.
I actually saw the strike hit the wand. It just missed my hand.
Michelle Beattie's Bulimba home suffered a direct hit.
It was like bang, and this crack, it just went through your body.
She was thrown from her feet.
There was just this white light that just penetrated every fibre of the area.
She grabbed her kids and ran as smoke poured from the roof. In the 24 hours to midnight, 25,000 lightning strikes were recorded across the southeast. There have been more than 100,000 over the whole weekend. The Lord Mayor says council's weather warnings were delayed as it waited for the Bureau of Meteorology.
The Bureau didn't appear to be keeping up with the storm cells as they were arising on Saturday. And then on Sunday, it was probably the complete opposite.
The Weather Bureau is standing by its actions but will conduct a review.
There was no evidence on radar to anybody that this storm was severe until it got to the central parts of Brisbane.
The evidence seems to be that we were dealing with a very, very unusual set of storm conditions.
Another storm is forecast for Thursday, but it's unlikely to be as bad as those of the last few days. Sally Eales, 7 News.
Residents in Brisbane's western suburbs are still cleaning up after last night's storm. Dozens of SES crews were on the job at first light, clearing debris and patching damaged roofs.
Brisbane's western suburbs in shreds. All of this took just 15 minutes of fury.
We've never seen anything like this. We've been here 11 years and this was the roof when we moved in 11 years ago.
Damien Fon recorded the deluge on his smartphone. Large hail ripped through his Jindalee pergola.
I've never seen such big hail.
Under blue skies today, the extent of the damage was clear. It also spanned Kenmore, River Hills, Middle Park and Ipswich.
15 or 30 seconds before it arrived, we heard this incredible roar.
Stephen Bishop managed to keep these few hailstones frozen. Both the family cars bore the brunt of their fall from the sky.
We were kind of huddled in one of the rooms of the houses, away from windows.
Greg Myers was trying to protect his cars when he was whacked with a piece of ice. Sporting a nasty bruise, the Goodna resident is still feeling the effects of the storm.
Hurt, yeah. It stung. It made me sit back and go, no, that's it, I'm out of here.
But most of the damage was to property. SES crews began attending call-outs at sunrise. This weekend, they've had more than 650 requests for help.
It's just one of those things. You just keep going, and when people need you, you've got to be there for them.
They were faced with leaking roofs, cracked skylights and broken solar panels. Carol Williamson lost 6 windows at her Middle Park home.
We boarded up the windows best we can, put plastic over them and just trying to get all the glass. It's just all through the house.
There was no time to save the car either. Hailstones tore holes right through the soft top roof. Street after street here is covered in debris. From today, residents will be able to dispose of it for free at any of Brisbane City Council's 4 transfer stations. Insurance claims are already being processed. Glass fitters are heavily booked around the region. Phones haven't stopped ringing at local smash repairers.
Pretty bad. What we're hearing is probably golf ball size, and what we're seeing is evident of that as well.
Books from the Mount Cootha Library were left to dry out in the open air. It's just the start of a big clean-up.
Massive, unfortunately.
The forecast is perfect for mopping up. There's no sign of another storm until Thursday. Angie Asimus, 7 News.